Okay, now let's talk about London's Calling. How did you get the idea of London's Calling, and how did it even came into your mind that this
So
is something that I want to do?
so when we kind of started the user groups up
Mm-hmm.
in London, it kind of started off as just one user group for the whole of the country, pretty much, and then slowly more and more user groups kind of started happening, and it was in a few people's minds that they wanted a kind of a countrywide gathering, I suppose, and it kind of really came to a head on Pier 42, is it, in San Francisco, one Dreamforce or just before Dreamforce. And a group of us, we kind of sat down and we're kind of like, hey, let's actually do an event for London, or for the UK, or it was just kind of London really, the user groups in London, because I think we had an admin user group, developer user group, non-profit user group, and a couple of others. Hey, and it became more of a countrywide kind of event. And it was literally designed on the back of a napkin, literally. And it was originally a 2-day event, and then we kind of put it down to a 1-day event. And then we kind of started putting it together, I suppose. And actually, because I came from a theatre background, creating shows and things like this, it was kind of like, well, it's a similar thing, really, except for you've just got sponsors there and speakers. But you've still got stages, you've still got, it's the similar people buying tickets, so for me, it was probably a softer intro into it, I suppose, or more accessible, I suppose. But others on the team was a massive, oh my God, how do we do this? This is a bit crazy. And also we always had that kind of, we still didn't know if anybody was going to turn up really on the day, because it was the first time we'd ever done it. So we made sure that the sponsors paid for the venue, basically, I think, and anything that we had costed that we need to pay out before the event started on the day. And then the ticket just basically paid for the food and all the stuff that was kind of scaling up based on the number of numbers. So we knew we were kind of safe if absolutely nobody turned it up, as long as, the sponsors have paid for everything else, the venue and stuff. So great, we could just run away and live in Tahiti or something for 3 years. but yeah, no, it was great. But it was a massive success. We sold out, and we kind of sold out every year since. And we've always had a kind of an online experience as well, so that people can access, and actually, which really helped us in COVID, because our event was actually scheduled the day before the whole of the UK lockdown for COVID, and so we literally had about 2 weeks' notice to move it from an in-person event to an online event. Luckily, all the rooms were streamed anyway, and so it was a massive panic to get lots of pre-recorded videos from everybody. And we had a very small contingent at the venue. So about 10 of us really, and a couple of speakers that did turn up. And we just ran it the day from the venue, and it was utterly mental, but great fun. And I think we had like 8,000 people watching online, and plus the people that, bought tickets as well. So no, it's a fun day. And then this year we did a full online experience, which it was good. So yeah, no, it was really, really fun.
So, like the next year, it's going to be online, or it's going to
No,
be...
so we're in person, hopefully.
Got it. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. But yeah, in person, we're at a new venue, which we did have actually for that COVID event, but nobody turned up. So we were literally walking around a 1,300 old brewery, Sita brewery, but hopefully, fingers crossed, next year it's going to be in person in June, and you're all welcome. So please come if you want, or watch online. And hopefully it's going to be very fun. We always like to kind of push the boundaries of these kind of dreaming events every year at London's Calling. So hopefully it will be another step,
It's actually one of the most sorted event out there in the world. Apart from Dreamforce and the Trailer DX that happens,
Oh, hang on.
you guys have done an amazing job. I highly appreciate it.
No, it's good. It's fun doing it. It's a lot of work, but it's really fun. And I think next year it's going to be, how do we bring, like, I always hate the way that, you're either an online you're having an online experience or you've got an in-person experience. And for me, next year, it's how do we bring these two groups of people together to collaborate? So hopefully it's going to be kind of interesting. So yeah.
It's going to be fun. There are a lot of platforms, I guess, who have started showing up to like present all of these kind of events. So yeah, you can just
Yeah, and even just new people that have never spoken before speak at London School. Like we had an admin guy, I think it was an admin or a developer from Russia, who it was his first time public speaking in a foreign language as well, and he did brilliantly. So yeah, we'll be opening calls for presentations. Probably we usually do it about November time. So yeah, if you've got an idea, literally the door's open, submit your idea. And if it's great, we always do it blind. So we have no idea who's submitting. So, if it's a great idea and you want to present, then yeah, all good.